A few weeks ago, we posted a video titled Things in Minecraft That Make You Go, What? In that video, we discussed a lot of various game mechanics within the game, ranging everything from boat physics, weird blocks like packed ice that give off light in Bedrock editions, among more things. It was strange, and if you haven't watched that video, it's definitely worth a watch. Although, when we were making the list, we kept thinking of all other sorts of weird things that are in the game as well. And then, occasionally, we'd keep seeing even weirder and weirder things pop up in places like Reddit. In this video, we're going to discuss even more weird things in Minecraft that make you go, what? And trust me, there's definitely some good ones. Like, take a look at this enchanted book. What do you think it can do besides enchanting? Keep it in your mind, because you'll definitely be shocked if you're not aware of it already. But without any further ado, let's get right into it. So, when you break a block with snow on it in Minecraft Java Edition, what happens? Honestly, the answer is probably pretty easy. Breaking the block underneath the snow layer, not only will the block disappear, but so will the snow, instantly. It's just kind of law in Minecraft. That is, until you look at the Bedrock edition of the game. Heading into a Bedrock edition world and placing snow on grass, you'll notice that when you break the block underneath, the snow falls to the ground much like sand. The top snow is completely affected by gravity, and this can certainly be exploited to all death. On Reddit a couple of days ago, a user by the name of SuperGamer12340 uploaded a video that they simply titled as a Snowman Staircase. In this video, they showed off a very simple to make contraption that, when activated, not only produces a large amount of snow, but also flings it like a frisbee. When I saw it, I knew that I had to go crazy with it, so I took to Twitter, posting my picture of what I had done. Look at how this towers. In all seriousness, this is something that I would love to see in the Java edition. It's such an interesting mechanic that can bring out such weird situations. It was probably one of the dumbest things that I had ever done in Minecraft. Who knew Bedrock edition could be exploited this way? Speaking completely literally though, I absolutely want to see what the Minecraft community can do with this. There's undoubtedly something a little bit more here. And speaking of towering, did you know that beds can do more than just be slept in? Yeah! On top of being able to negate a little bit of fall damage, you can also do some very weird things with them. Even though they don't connect to the ones beneath them, you can stack beds in weird shapes, from giant staircases going in one diagonal direction, or branching out in weird places, or even just floating. Beds can do a lot of what you might not actually expect. One of Michaelmcchill's favorites is this, a spiral staircase of beds. And yes, you heard that right, a spiral staircase of beds. While it's completely a pain in the neck to run up and down the staircase, it is actually possible. It's just not all that fun though. On top of being annoying because of the crouching required, there's also another annoyance factor here, and that's the fact that you can actually now bump your head on the legs of the bed. Yeah, just like slabs and more, now the bed is properly modeled according to what you actually see, meaning when you crawl under the bed, and yes, you can crawl under the bed, you'll hit your head. Beds are weird. Because they're not a full block and have such a weird model, they can be used in some pretty strange ways, and honestly, it's just kinda cool to experiment with it. If you choose to stack a bunch of mattresses like the Princess and the Pea, you certainly won't feel the pea, or even a creeper, apparently. And speaking of crawling, let's talk about that. On top of being able to get into weird places like that, we can get even smaller. Sure, 1x2 blocks are interesting, right? But how about this? A singular 1x1. How is that even possible, you might ask? Well, trapdoors. Pop down a trapdoor on a composter or a cauldron and jump on in and slam the lid closed. And boom, you're inside of a 1x1 block. Well, it's definitely claustrophobic. It's kind of impressive that this is possible at all. And no, I looked into it. If you fill the cauldron with water and close the lid, you cannot drown. Although if Mojang actually coded that in, then I would be majorly impressed. All things considered though, you're basically the new Minecraft Houdini minus the straitjacket and the milk can. Close enough though. And speaking of magical things, enchantment books. If you're thinking these books are just for enchanting your swords, armor, or tools with, then you would be heavily mistaken. Enchanted books actually have more use, apparently. Looking at this book, what do you expect? Genuinely, what do you expect here? Here, I'll give you a hint. This book has silk touch, so how can it be used? Well, I can put it on shovels, pickaxes, and regular axes in order to get the original block that you mine up rather than some byproduct, like getting regular stone instead of cobblestone. Pretty simple stuff. Without a primary item, this book is useless though, right? Right? Well, if I'm asking you if it's right, it's obviously not right. As it turns out, the Silk Touch book has a very unique and new side effect that not many other books, if any, also have. To put it simply, watch this. Yeah, you saw that right. With this book, I just got leaves without a pickaxe, shovel, axe, or even shears. And it doesn't stop there though. I can grab grass, glass, campfires, clay, ice, glowstone, mushroom blocks, mycelium, podzol, sea lanterns, and way more. The rule of thumb is this: if it takes a pickaxe to mine, aka an ore block, stone, an ender chest, or more, it doesn't work. If you can mine it with your hands, aka turtle eggs, then you're fine. It's all fair game. So there you go. The plus, the book itself has no durability, so go crazy. And speaking of durability, and this isn't totally just a weird segue, zombies and armor. If you're playing on the Java edition of the game, there's a few weird situations that can happen. First things first, zombies can spawn with armor on them, obviously. The higher the difficulty, the more common the armor appears. However, it's obviously hard to get the armor off of them, at least on Java edition. You see, in Bedrock edition, there's actually a trick to getting that armor from them. If you ever find a zombie in full armor, no matter what it is, whether it be diamond, leather, or gold, and you decide that you want it, there are a few tricks that you can employ to make sure that you get what you want. The most basic one, drown the zombie, and I mean that literally. Because of the way that zombies turn into drowns, there's a Bedrock Edition specific mechanic that comes into play here. The very moment that the zombie turns into a drowned, the zombie will drop its armor immediately. Well, that's kind of bad news for him. It's great news for you if you want its armor. Kill the useless drowned after he's dropped the armor, pick it up, and voila, new armor. Getting armor has literally never gone more swimmingly. Michael, I hate your script sometimes. Now, here's a fun one. Do you want a death message that will confuse the ever-living heck out of your friends? Do you want to be asked questions about how exactly you died that way? Do you want to get that absolutely gold reaction in chat? Well, look no further than this. Yeah, the Trader Llama. All you need to do is grab a Trader Llama, pull him to the destination that you need, place a TNT and pressure plate on the ground, punch the llama, and then run in front of the TNT. Wait for the llama to attack you, and bam! AntVenom was blown up by a Trader Llama. This message works with a plethora of other mobs, but this one is honestly one of the funniest. Another good one is being poked to death by a sweetberry bush whilst trying to escape a skeleton. Trust me, there's actually a lot of these. The death messages just keep getting longer. But if the mobs weren't scary enough, look at this. What? You don't see it? Look closer. Closer. Still nothing? Get this. The cow has eyebrows. But what do you think? Did you know any of these things? How weird are these items? Do you have anything else that you think that we should mention? Because honestly, these what are going on videos are kind of fun. We want to show you guys a bunch of weird things that only Minecraft could ever be responsible for. But other than that, that just about does it for me for now. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like on it, because it would really help out myself and Michaelmcchill, who co-wrote and edited this video, the channel and the video quite a lot. But anyways guys, I hope you all enjoyed. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.